We're live for the first time on YouTube. Alright, let's see. Okay, those are some filters. Cool. Never thought there'd be filters on here. Okay, I can be in a bubble bath. Kinda like that for photos, but not so much for live. Hmm. What are the tools you can use? Hello, I don't know who joined, but we're trying this live thing out for when I actually start to make more content again. I don't even know how to get back. There we go. I've been live for about a minute. I'm just playing around with the settings. I've never done this, so bear with me. Never went live on YouTube. I'm on here because I'm not in the best mood. So, trying to distract my mind. Alright, so it looks like I have one follower or person in here so far. Two people. Hello, I'm Allie Fitness. I'm not doing much fitness right now, but just hanging out, trying this whole new YouTube live-y thingy. So I don't even know how people find me on live. So it's just like TikTok where they scroll and then it pops up, or if it, I don't even know. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't. I'm sitting at home with my crooked curtains and my fan that wants to be Fast and Furious. And it's a Friday night. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming into this live stream that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Just trying to get a grip of how to use live um, for when I start making more content. I have a walking treadmill in here, this room that I'm in, as well as a Peloton bike. So the idea is to realistically start going live, doing different things. I believe they save two to my channel, so those would be cool. No, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you for jumping in. Yeah, like I said, I'm still learning this whole live platform. I'm learning YouTube. 3, 4 years into the pandemic, and I'm still not an expert at all on any of this stuff. I don't think any of us are. Um, just trying my best to adapt with all the times and connect, of course, with the following because I've started my fitness YouTube channel back in 2020, as you know, when the world shut down, it was more difficult to exercise. So, coming in on a platform like this helps to connect with many people and get them back into the realm of health, wellness, nutrition, things like that. But I've been meaning to try to jump on live. For some reason, it didn't let me do it for a while. I kept toying around with the idea of it. I used to use TikTok more, um, taking a little break from, certain apps right now, but primarily just using YouTube. Um, so here I am, um, back online, trying to connect with everybody here. So, yeah, holidays kept everybody busy too. So I figured holiday time wouldn't have been the best time to start promoting a channel. And then, everybody ended up getting sick. And so, yeah. Well, I had one, well, so years ago I had one. I relocated in recent year. So I ended up just kind of like deleting it because I was like, you know what, I want to let go of like old times, old things, I was being kind of bullied, not gonna lie. There was a lot of bullying going on. Um, so I just kind of wanted to let go and move on with, I had a life, I guess, plan, I had things kind of planned out where I wanted to just jump into it. I relocated and all that kind of stuff. And, life sometimes can be life, right? And we go through things. So, I made something a little bit more private in Instagram. But long story short, my Instagram was always kind of personal, not so much because I did TikTok. So, yeah, I was bullied by, different people, like from my hometown. I was from a very small hometown, where I lived, and not many people understood, me and things I did. All right, I think I'm back now. My phone yelled at me because I don't charge it enough. Um, but yeah, people kind of found me. People talked a lot of things to me. Things were said, so it was kind of one of those things. I'm like, do I need this in my life that I'm working towards? Because I was in school, finishing school. At the time, I was, making transitions into my new life and going on a new venture, of everything. So I didn't want to hold on to bad, negative things. I wanted to be the adult and be mature and let go of the old, like you go on, you see old pictures, you see old stuff, and it's like, I don't want to live my life in the past. I want to focus on what I had then and the future I wanted to have. And, life doesn't always be the kindest to us. And I wouldn't, look at it as a bad thing, though. I think everybody has to go through things to ultimately get to where they want to be. So here I am. Here I am. It's 2024. Been on YouTube now for over 4 years. So no, I don't really use other apps. I use TikTok a lot. Like TikTok was it, Um, but I just recently deleted the app off my phone about 2 nights ago. I just needed a little bit of a break. Not that it was bad or anything like that. Just needed that, you know, rest, that social media rest, I would say. I don't think there's anything ever wrong with like a reset though from media. Like I think mindless scrolling's good. So I'm assuming anyone that was bullying you only knew one. Yeah, a lot of people I went to school with. So pretty much what ended up happening was where I grew up, it's very small town. I was heavy when I was younger. I mean, I was heavy in some of the videos that I've posted on here years ago. I'm not gonna lie, I love Cheetos, I love stuff, that's not really that great for me. And over the years, people kind of saw me, make my transition at that time into, being a college student, things like that. And, I lost a lot of weight. I, finished school. I was doing a lot at the time. I was moving, and where we all lived, it was kind of like, oh, you have to be here forever kind of a thing. So when people kind of caught wind of that, they all were getting jealous and all those things. And I ended up being like a very big, not icon, but like a very big trainer, not just, in real life, but, I have YouTube and stuff. So a lot of people found that to be very, you know, kind of like, oh, wow. So, yeah, I grew up in a very small town and things were spread around. And of course, like when I was working, in the big fitness industry, a lot of people caught wind of it and they thought I was better than everybody. And which was not the truth at all. I just never really got along well with people who bullied me when I was young. So my Instagram of like 9,000 people, what was worth it to me, Exactly. Haters are gonna hate. And I was like, at the time I was, in school, I didn't have time for all the drama. and I still don't do drama very well, so I just kinda delete it from my life, I guess. I mean, or whatever. I don't wanna say ignore it or anything, but yeah, I just didn't think I could reason with people from the past, like, even people I worked with, had my access to my old Instagram of 9,000 followers. Like, they were all very envious of me because I was in a lot of different things than them, like commercials. I was in, different, like, interviews and things, and they were very envious. So, when I started getting on the path of my life and them knowing me, from everything I was doing and everything, and I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take the constant bashing, the constant, jealousy and everything. So for what I was planning on doing in my life at that time, um, I think for me, I mean, to this day, I don't regret getting rid of my Instagram, of 9,000 or whatever. Like, yeah, like, there's so many people that pay to get those amounts of followers. There's people that work their butts off of influencing and stuff. But to me, at that time, it was worth everything to get rid of it, to be able to have that solitude and that peace and move on with, the people in my life that I had, the things I was doing, the dreams I was pursuing. Not that every single dream has come true because that's life, and then things take different directions and turns, but that's real, it's all real. To me, this is all, it's just all real. It's the truth. Um, but yeah, I worked with a lot of people, and I'm not trying to say anything about people that I've worked with. I think everybody, goes on their own ventures. I just didn't really appreciate when people said a lot of things about me. 2021 was really the trivial year of change in the people that I worked with. I'd went through some physical things, and there were rumors spread around about it, how maybe that wasn't even a true thing that happened, and all this, and I was just like, huh, like, okay. And then, yeah, as it went into 2022, 2023, social media got to be a much harder place to be for me. I mean, I found really good things on there, don't get me wrong. Social media somehow picked me up for a little while and held me close and comforted me. But, you know, different directions of different things. And it's okay though. But I think that, we all go through a lot of things, and haters are always going to hate. They are. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think going live more on here is a little bit better than like TikTok. TikTok, I don't know. People say a lot about TikTok. The image on TikTok isn't even really that great. I really liked it because I'd like to send certain videos. Certain videos will remind me of certain good things that have happened, and certain good memories, and things that brought me solace at one time. And like TikTok too had like different crafts that had different I don't know, different fun videos. But I think it was more fun during the 2020 year, a little bit after, but now it's just more like, it's the same thing you see. If you watch one full video, it's the same thing going, going, going. And it was just hard for me. Like social media too is like, okay, you want to see, what's on there, right? You want to see what's going on. So for my mindset, it's just better I'm not on a lot of social media. I'm not very open about my of course I'm very open about physical health, and that's obviously what being a fitness page is. And in 2024, I mean, I know there's not a lot of people in here, but I'm not going to be shy to disclose, like, I'm going to talk more about, anxiety and depression because one, I went to school for all that stuff, and that's what I'm doing. Fitness, yeah, it's always going to be in the back burner and always going to be a passion of mine, but long term, I am in mental health. That's what I do now. That's what I do full time. I love what I do. I don't think I work really a day in my life. I like to help others, but not just like when I was younger and I was heavy and I would help people with their weight. Like I struggle mentally too. I plan on doing a video when I'm ready. I'm still kind of going through a little bit of like stuff mentally because I've had a lot of changes in a very short period of time, including being off of my medication that I was on for about over a year, I want to say. It's weird because it's like life is a different lens now. Life is real, and not that it wasn't real, my emotions and everything when I was on it, everything was real. But now it's like you just think so clearly. It's like I feel normal now. Like when people say like I'm overwhelmed, it's like, okay, I get where you're overwhelmed. And I've also went through a lot lately where it's like, at certain times in my life I was very impatient about things. And, now kind of going into more of the adulthood and having moved and having, been away from loved ones and seen my own financial hardships and my own um, want to better myself, but also, at times understand that it's okay to be alone or like there's certain people in my life that if I could give them hugs and say like you were right about this, I would. Not that I think I ever can, at this point, because certain people are very far away from me. But I would really love to just be like, I'm thankful that, these experiences were shared with me, and I'm sorry that I never was understanding to how impatient I was at times because now I get it. I get it. And really, that's going to basically be a lot of the content that I'm going to do now is more talking like this. I'm talking everyone's ears off. It's only been 17 minutes into the live. I'm just kind of also testing the waters to see like who's going to jump in the live, what's going to happen, um, things like that. But yeah, I think that don't go into mental health. Some kind of comforting to hear you talk about this. Yes, so I definitely feel comfortable talking about it. There was a time in my life where I didn't feel comfortable at all. 2021, like I said, was a very difficult year. Um, in my personal world where I used to live, I certainly, talked a lot about it. There were certain people that were there for me during that time, and a lot of them were not the best. Some of them I worked with. And then, of course, like rumors started about me and everything, and it really deteriorated my mental health. And, I was very confused at the time and, didn't really understand like my purpose, because when you live life every single day, okay, I'm in school, I'm training, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You kind of wonder, like, where can I go from here? Like, is there really going to be that thing next? So that's why I'm not afraid to talk about these things anymore because, yeah, there was a time in my life where I needed medication. There was. There was a time in my life where it was like, okay, I need medication, not just to like, um, thrive, but also, I felt like it was my friend. It was my friend. I never abused medication or anything like that. That is not at all, where this is going. And I'm very open about, how fearful I was too of medication. Like I tried different ones. I tried when I was a kid, I tried Zoloft. I just stopped taking Wellbutrin. Not the best way, by the way, of doing it. And that's another topic that I want to get into when I get on my video making. I just stopped cold turkey. I was taking 300 milligrams extended release. You're really supposed to taper down. At the time, though, in the last 2 months, I've been having very high blood pressure symptoms, and it could just be from stress and other things. I don't know. My blood pressure, the one time was like 143 over 95, 163 over 97, and then another one I can't even remember. But I did know that from other things that I take, that are prescribed by my medical physician, and then mixtures of that with, with a Wellbutrin, plus just being overwhelmed in general. Yeah, my blood pressure was high. Like if I even like bent down and stood up, like I was so red. So yeah, that started kind of early December-ish, the high blood pressure. And I just went to the doctor a few days ago, and my blood pressure is more manageable now. So I find that to be a little bit more of you know, um, a triumph now because we don't have to worry about it as much. And it's been hard though because again I'm off the medication. It's been a few weeks now. I feel healthier overall. I do feel healthier. There's other physical things that I go through. but definitely, exercise is important. Eating better. I don't eat the best. I promise you that I eat horribly. But yeah, just trying to even just go for walks. I have an animal. He's wonderful, and he and I go for mother son walks when we can. My schedule's a little bit jam packed, but he enjoys the time with me. He loves it. He's happy. He's my little exercise bud. So it's just about a balance, and these are just some of the things that have been on my mind, and when things are on my mind, I like to write, I like to talk. I was supposed to have a little mini procedure today, but I ended up oversleeping because that just seems to be the theme right now of what's going on with me. So I'm not feeling 100% fan of the dirty bulk. I mean, so like with me, for example, like if I eat two good meals, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of like core power protein shakes lately. Those have just been kind of like my best meals. Because I know I'm getting my protein in. If I do like, walk on the little treadmill thingy I have here under the bed, I feel good afterwards. Like I know I got my protein in, I got some carbs, I'm recovering. If I do like a Peloton ride or a lift that's a little bit more strenuous. So yeah, I do order like Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, all of that kind of stuff. So those are the routes that I take to make sure that I'm eating. There's some days it's just hard to eat, and you know, it's hard to make yourself eat sometimes because like if you're not hungry, then why are we even doing this kind of a thing? You know what I mean? So I just get the shake. The shake's not going to lie to me. I know it's weighed out by 28 or 26 grams of protein, so there's something in there, and I can go to sleep not so hungry. But yeah, I would say I am a fan of bulking and yeah, I alter mine too. So I get the cheese and rice burrito thing, and I love it because yeah, what I do is I get stuff all on the inside. I know it's going to sound weird, like why don't you just get a bowl? But I get that spicy jalapeno with the rice and I mix it up, and I've been told it looks like kinda like a mushy thingy, like just mush, but I love it because I just eat out of the burrito and I throw the burrito away. I mean, it's kind of a waste because why would you get a burrito if you're just gonna eat the inside? But it's warm, it's gooey, it just kinda gives me some sort of, like, comfort in a way, um, but then I also now I'm getting these stacker thingies, which are really cool. It's like a quesadilla that's like jacked. It looks like it went and bench pressed like 1,000 pounds, like it's huge and I get like beef in it. And so yeah, I definitely do also alter my taco belling. But I've been lifting a little bit heavier and all that. Yeah, that's good too, you can do that. I'm a cheese person, like, if I don't have cheese, I feel like I'm going crazy. Um, I know people that are a little bit lactose intolerant, so it's harder for them to, have that, but, like, I found an alternative, it's like Fairlife milk, it's like a chocolate milk, that's so good. It's so good, it's addicting. I just, like, finished up the last batch of it in my fridge, um, but it's very good. So, yeah, Taco Bell, I could be on here all night talking about Taco Bell, to tell you the truth. I love it so much that, um, you know, it's like, almost like a couple every couple day routine for me. Like, if I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking and I just feel like getting, like, something, you know, not so quick, but, something to eat. Do you have a combo? What's that place like? Is that Mexican food? I see a couple other people in here. You guys can jump in the comments if you'd like. I know I've been kind of jumping all over the place, but that's just what ADHD's like. And also now I don't take medication, so it's much harder to manage. Build your own. I might have that nearby. I recently moved, so I'm still learning everywhere that I go and like things like I still use a GPS to go anywhere. No. I actually that's what I'm drinking, Chipotle. I got Chipotle earlier. I had to get out a little bit. My brain has been so foggy. Trying to be as entertaining as I can, guys. I slept in today until 10 or 11 or so. I missed a very important procedure I was supposed to get, so I'm having a lot of like health issues today. There's a Wall Street Journal video on YouTube about the growth. All right, I'm gonna have to look into it. I mean, kava sounds so familiar, but I don't know to healthy options. So near me, we have something called Fresh Kitchen. That's like I don't want to say it's like Jamaican food, but it's something. It's some sort of place. It is like a Chipotle. You walk down, cauliflower mash, grilled chicken. I don't know if you got any of you guys have heard of Fresh Kitchen, but they're pretty good. I don't go there often though because they are a little bit expensive, and you don't get as much food as like a Chipotle. It's more like I'm trying to think like a comparison, but yeah, I have that. Catch all. No, I don't have that. Where are you from? If you don't mind saying, if you don't want to share, that's okay. Um, I live on the East Coast, so we have some different stuff. I know like out in California, there's different types of foods. One of my friends who lives, I want to say she lives in like the middle of the US. I don't really know where her state is. She lives in Indiana. She was telling me about White Castle burgers, and I only can get that at like Walmart. Okay, so you're in Virginia. Yeah, no, I don't think I have that. I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with it. Oh, Fresh Kitchen. Oh, so Fresh Kitchen, yeah. I would say it's more Caribbean-y style. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a while since I went in, but they have like really cool, like lemonade type things, like a sweet grapefruit juice type thing. Um, yeah, but they're pretty good. I have to say that they're worth the drive. They're worth the money. Um, all that good stuff. Sorry, I have a hoodie over me because um, I'm currently wearing pajamas at 8:30 at night on a Friday because this is the life I live. Hmm. Nice. Yeah, it's good to be comfy, especially when you're home. Yeah, I'm always home pretty much. I don't go out much. I like it that way. Yeah, if your body's telling you to take a rest day, I certainly encourage it. Like, I'm one person that will say, like, if you really are exhausted or you don't want to do it, like, obviously, like me, I have other reasons why I work out for, my mental sanity sometimes, just some self care and, like work life balance. But I definitely, encourage, like, if your body's like, hey, like, I don't want to exercise, I'm tired kind of a thing, just don't push it. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth, pushing your body to oblivion, and then being sick. Like, I used to love going in the sauna back when I lived in my old area. When I worked as a trainer, there was a giant sauna. They ended up closing it during COVID. So actually, I think they had it closed right up until I left my job, because I was finishing up grad school. But I remember I would go in that sauna for like 10, 20 minutes, and then maybe like a week later, I was so sick. Like I was sick. I did a full body minus core yesterday. I was planning on doing a core cardio workout today. Huh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna start trying to also make some more videos for that. It's been a long time since I've posted. I have to get like really into the posty type mood to do so. But I want to do more workouts, but specifically, I want to talk more about mental health. I want to do more meditation videos. And I know a while back, I also discussed doing some like dieting videos and food and stuff like that. So that is a priority to me as well. Getting on here. I have a nice kitchen where I reside. So I am planning on filming some videos of like, okay, how to make low carb tacos, what kind of beefs to get. I might even do stuff where I go to the grocery store and have someone film me, maybe my brother if he goes with me because he never wants to go anywhere with me. Um, I think setting up a tripod in the middle of like a Walmart would be weird. But yeah, I definitely think I should start making some more shorts, make some big videos. I say big videos, but like the old school, like, okay, you go on YouTube, you type it in. It's not a short, it's the actual boom like video. Um, so yeah, I think, you guys are going to see a lot more content from me as time allows. Um, it's going to be a very, very busy next few weeks for me. But then I do plan, I promise to get back on here. But again, it's going to be, I think, at first a lot more until I'm comfortable with, if I even feel comfortable doing like more exercise stuff, base stuff. There's a lot of hidden surprises right now with 2024. I really can't wait to display things to my YouTube base of some of the projects that I've been working on, some of the things that have been going on with me. Just a lot of change. I mean, in a few months' time of, 2023 coming to an end and a lot of other things going on, like my life has changed. Um, yeah, so full body though sounds awesome. I love it. Um, when I work out with my father, I do a full body version of like an exercise regimen because he doesn't do like isolating anymore on like, okay, it's shoulder day, it's leg day, it's this day. Um, but I mean, I say I lift heavy. I have a pair of 25-pound dumbbells, 30s, and then I have like the adjustable ones that go up to 52. I mean, for me, that's heavy. I don't think I need to really lift heavier. I hurt my back a few years ago in a car accident. So doing all these crazy moves and stuff like the Peloton's enough for me. And when I go on there and I do like the videos so you can pick like okay like full body with whoever, leg day with whoever, and then you use like the mat. It has a mat with it. I use a towel though because I think the towel is more comfier on the floor and like I do stuff. But I mean, you get a quick workout and it kind of gives me more ambition too to make my own fitness YouTube channel content because then it's like okay, there's different exercises that I can bring to you guys, to have more of a variety. I mean, you can only do the ab crunches for so long until they kind of get old. Um, so here you go. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Even when I do regular activities, like if I take the dog for a walk, I get scared, because he'll pull me and it's painful. So I'm like, hey, like if this is gonna keep happening, I'm dropping you off at home. I'm walking by myself. Like, I don't mean to be selfish like that, but it's just like, it hurts. You don't wanna do things that hurt you. Yeah, I'll probably stay on another 10 minutes or so, um, depending on how we are here with this algorithm. I don't know if you guys can do more thumbs ups, but I'm just curious how this works. I'm just trying to see what this is about, this live thingy. Actually, need to see doctor soon. Yeah, I have to go to the doctor as well. So I wear an Aura ring, so this thing tracks my whole life, like sleep, steps, and everything. So I think I'm at like 10,000 steps for today, which is shocking because I've done nothing. But this little guy is my bestie. I know Evie's coming out, and Evie is like the cheaper version of the Aura ring. It's more specific to females, which I kind of think I should make the switch over. Plus, I mean, this though was like 500 bucks, so it was kind of expensive for me at the time. Um, but I've been having numbness in here, going into my arm, all the way up, and then into my chest. So staring at these, I should take them, but I've been on magnesium mega doses now. As discussed with the doctor, I never want to do anything without consulting with one, just to maybe chill out my arteries and stuff. And again, that's come from like this whole high blood pressure situation I got going on. Um, that makes life a little bit easier. Trying to reduce my stress levels is, tried to make it a little bit easier, but I definitely think yeah, dislocation, that's why I wasn't dislocated, feels weaker now. Again, I'm feeling it more. Yeah, when you're holding things, try to see if you hold it with the other hand, like how it feels. Not that we want to overcompensate, but just until you can get in with a doctor, I think that could really be helpful for you. Because again, you don't want to overwork something, hyperextend it, you know, intensify it. So I think that could be very helpful for you. Yeah, YouTube has definitely made things so much different. Yeah, I encourage you to get it checked out because again, I don't want to see anything happen as far as, you have any long-term issues. It's not always fun when you're feeling in pain either, it's annoying. It's a hindrance in your day and in your world and your life. So I strongly, 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 strongly encourage you to get that looked at. Yeah, I was playing around with the filters earlier. Do you have a favorite fitness influencer and personality? Um, so lately I've been listening to more like influencing music on like SoundCloud. So that's one music app I use. I use that and Spotify only. I don't use any other apps. I'm thinking of transitioning though over to Apple Music just because it seems like there's a bigger variety. But SoundCloud's free. I don't have to pay for it, which is wonderful. Um, but yeah, on SoundCloud, I've been listening to like these what's their names? Um, Rich Piana, he's a cool like lifter person. I don't watch really any of his videos, but in my ear, during like what the remix of the song, you hear him like, okay, like lift, like get so many hours of sleep and eat and train, repeat like that, and it's empowering. It's kind of like because I never really worked with a trainer, I was always the trainer, so it's a different kind of feel of like, okay, someone's yelling at me to do it, like my dad and I, who don't really live together anymore, but we used to be around each other a lot more. So he was my influence because, again, he was a bodybuilder when I was, young. And before I was young and thought of, created, I should say. So, it kind of brings more of the motivation. Arnold, of course, Arnold, you can't get any better than him. There's certain like podcasty type of things you can listen to while you're lifting or if you're walking. Like when I walk my dog, I go back and forth Alan Walker, EDM music, who I think is awesome because every song I almost relate to in some weird way. Very, very big fan. I'm so upset because he's going to be kind of close to me tomorrow night, and I'm not going to the concert because I don't like nightclubs. Um, yeah, it's just not worth it to me. But anyway, yeah, so I kind of cycle back and forth between different influencers like them and then like EDM music to kind of get me through, whatever. Whether it's a lift, a walk, a run, which I don't run. I wish I ran more. Maybe I wouldn't be so out of breath when I walk up the stairs. Don't worry, I butchered reading both of those for a second, so don't worry about it. I'll have to look those up. I've never heard of either one. I mean, I probably have seen something posted by them. I just I wouldn't know until I watched it or saw it. So All right, I'm gonna stay on another 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So you guys have more Q&A with me. And I plan to do more random lives. I plan to do planned lives. And then, yeah, I'm going to start sitting down and film. And I don't know if I can film a full length video on my phone here. I'm on my phone. Um, my phone is on its way out though. It's running so slow, like so slow. Um, sorry. No, you're good. You're fine. There's a few of you. There's a few of you watching. I think a few are just quiet though. Yeah, me too. Like I said, it's the algorithm. The more comments we get, the more thumbs up we get, the more people are going to be able to see it. I know YouTube can kind of be similar to TikTok. This is just a trial. This is my first time going live on here, so I'm sure we're gonna only gonna get more. And I mean, gotta also know that like I haven't posted on here in quite a while, except for one short recently. So we're definitely not gonna get much of a big crowd the first time we go live, or second or third, whatever. I mean, in time it's gonna grow. The more people see your presence, the more they're gonna jump in. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not personally upset about it, but thank you for your engagement in the conversation, and making this live to be more fun, because I think people get bored of hearing me talk. Um, Almost guarantee it. Yeah, that was done, yeah, a little before what, New Year's, I think. Yeah, I was bored one day. I'd taken my dog for a walk, and where I live, there is a fitness center, so it's very quiet, it's private, never anybody there. So I took it upon myself to bring the tripod. I had to balance it on some sort of machine just to be like, okay, let me try to make it look like someone kind of filmed it, but no one did. It was balanced on like this chesty shoulder pressy machine. Um, and yeah, it was done very quick. I did other content that day of like like how to do a lat pull down machine, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So I just didn't even splice it together and make the video, which I have to get better at. I have to get more ideas, I think, to then like do them, like meditation, you can just go for it, and talking about like life experience, you can go for it. At least I can. And this whole vibe is kind of old school. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I saw your comment. I think that was the comment that I'd seen. Yeah, I tried to keep it kind of old school. I'm an old school type person. I think, a lot of people are different in their approaches to fitness and in their content creation. But me, I think during 2020, I was mourning the loss of one of my friends, and yeah, the humor. I like to be different. I don't like to be the same as everyone. I don't like to be too serious, but I don't like to be too silly. I like to have a good um, conservative approach to both, and find an equal ground. Um, I think certainly that makes me stand out a little bit better, and I'm different. So, not many people understand it, which is fine. You don't have to. But yeah, I think during 2020, I was in TikTok. I was making stupid videos, whatever. I don't care. It's the past. I don't live in the past. Who cares about the past? Life's not fair. Like, it's reality. We move on. We make different stuff. And yeah, so during a couple years ago now, I made, yeah, different videos. But I think every time I make new content, it should just be different. Like, oh yeah, it's cool to see kind of the same thing. Okay, this exercise program, that exercise program, but what about the new things? Like, life's changing so much in this world, and I don't know how to do all the effects that everybody else does of like, okay, like there's the chair, and then boom, she's in the chair, like all these edits and stuff. That's not me. I'm here to make content. I'm here to show you how to exercise, how to diet. I'm not tech savvy or any of that really. So what I can do that can help to educate people and also have that slight little bit of humor, that's simple for me to put together is great. The more stuff I have to do to make it interesting, I think it's hard. Yeah, yeah, keep it up. Yeah, thank you. Definitely. keeping going with all this stuff. And yeah, yeah, for sure. 'Cause now I'll be, editing my stuff. I'll have to, my dad isn't with me, so, he used to kind of help, post stuff and everything and monitor comments. So I see all comments now. I see all different things that are on there. Yeah, the vibe I like is chill. People say I have a very like monotone voice. It's like relaxing. So I try, right? Um, but yeah, so. But all right, well, as promised, I am going to sign off. It's a little after the 45-minute mark. I just wanted to do a quick little test run of what live would look like. Um, Probably going to lay back down and try to get more rest. Um, and yeah, I will definitely see you all. Thank you all for watching and tuning into this live stream. I know it was a very impromptu stream and quick and very interactive, which I really enjoyed and I appreciate it. I think it's cool. So please be on the lookout more for this stuff. Please, share my videos. This is more the real me, not just the I'm fitness by Allie, I'm Allie fitness type stuff. I mean, yeah, there's a real person behind that girl, but it's not all smiles and lifting weights, right? There's meaning behind lifting the weights. There's thank you. There's reason for why I do what I do, and not just for the benefit of others, but also for myself. I think too, in years I put my work definitely above my own emotions and my self-care and all of that. In order to find the best version of me, I have to put other things on the back burner. I have to look out for myself, which I've never done. And I think being on medication, it limited that ability to kind of see that for myself. So here I am, 2024, here I am. It's not new year, new me. It's new year, get myself together me, you know? Yes, thank you for all that you do as a wonderful subscriber and follower to my channel, as well as all of the others who are here. I don't know if this is going to auto save and save into the profile. Um, Exactly. Take each day by day, whether it's every hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, whatever it is you're getting through every day, and that's what's making you you. So I see a couple people have joined in. I'm so sorry that you're joining in at the very end of my live. I used to hate that. Like when I would be online, I'd see people I really wanted to watch. I'd be like, oh man, I'm catching the last tail end of it. Don't worry, I'll be live again soon. I'll be on here again soon. I can't tell you how soon or when, but just look for some maybe scheduled lives if I can even do that. But also, look for the random stuff too and look out for new content. But until then, guys, I'm Allie Fitness. This has been a Fitness by Allie live stream trial. See what we can get, see how many followers we can get in here, maybe some new followers if you guys want to hit that follow button wherever it is. I have like all edity type stuff and the live thingy and how many people and then like how many likes. So I can't see anything. I don't even know what it looks like when you watch a live on YouTube. So woo, here we are. There's that vibe. It's chill. All right, guys, I will talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your evening. Be safe, stay healthy, and continue your fitness journeys. You're all doing awesome. So, all right, bye for now.